expect the Chicago Bears to trade the #1 overall pick come draft time, right? But what if the Bears are able to trade the pick twice? Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports All back at it with another video talking, of course, the NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you are a Bears fan, please do hit the big red subscribe button down below. Make sure y'all follow me on my social media platforms, guys. As always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so you guys know I've been covering this like a blanket here in terms of, all of the scenarios for the Bears and the #1 overall pick. And one of the things that I haven't gotten a chance to go into detail about is the fact that the Bears could potentially trade back twice. Now, this is something that's been talked about in Bears Twitter, and I've seen it on other platforms and social media, and let's discuss it, right? So we all know the Bears could trade down from 1 to 4 or 1 to 2. They could certainly trade down 1 to 9, right? With the Texans, the Colts, the Panthers, like these are the likeliest teams. But what happens, or could it happen, I should say, if the Bears trade down, let's say, from 1 to 2 with the Texans, and then again from 2 to 4 to the Colts, right? Because think about it like this. Let's say the Texans are afraid that the Colts are going to jump them and get their guy in Bryce Young with the #1 overall pick. So they panic and they're like, oh my goodness, we can't have the Colts get their quarterback in the future. And boom, he's in our division and we're screwed for the next 10 to 12 years. So they're like, okay, let's trade up with the Bears. We don't have to give up as much because we have the 2 pick, and so you're only dropping 1 slot. So they go up and they move and they try to get their quarterback. So the Texans will have the #1 pick, and then the Bears get the 2nd pick. Now, at the 2nd slot, you'll still have the Colts at 4 thinking, hey, we know the Texans will take a quarterback. The Bears probably won't. 3, Arizona probably won't. But what if another team jumps us and takes it a quarterback? Like, let's say Carolina or let's say, the Raiders. And so maybe the Colts panic and they're like, let me trade with the Bears for #2 spot. And the Bears get the 4 spot. And now you got the Texans and then you got the Colts drafting 1 and 2, 3 Arizona, and then 4 Chicago. Now, at this spot, Chicago gets a boatload of draft picks, and they're able to take probably Jalen Carter or Will Anderson. Actually, they most likely will, because you'll have 2 QBs going #1, and then you got 2 picks right after that, or a pick and then the Bears pick. So that would be like the home run scenario. That would be like Ryan Poles hitting a grand slam out of this park. Like, that's for all the marbles if he's able to go 1 to 2 to 4. Okay? More likely than that, here's another realistic scenario. Ryan Poles goes from 1 to 4 with the Colts, who everybody is thinking that's the likeliest outcome. That's my prediction for the team that trades with the Bears. But what if he goes from 1 to 4, and then at 4, he decides to trade down to #9 with the Panthers? I know, again, we'd probably miss out on Carter Anderson, but you could probably still get a very good offensive lineman, the guy from Northwestern, who's fantastic, Peter Skornowski. You get him. You'll have still a top 10 pick, and not to mention you'll have a boatload of more draft picks because you traded down twice. So that's more realistic because, again, 1 to 4, we know why the Colts would trade up, but then 4 down to 9, the Panthers would move up so they could get a guy, whoever's left over from the 3 quarterback. Let's say the Colts take Bryce Young. At 2, the Texans take C.J. Stroud. And then you'll still have Will Levis available at 4 because Arizona's not going to take a quarterback. So the Panthers could want to move up and get their quarterback in the future. So there are scenarios you guys are starting to see here that could emerge where Ryan Poles gets to double dip and trade back twice. What do I think happens? I think Ryan Poles just trades once, and I'll be more than happy with it if we go ahead and get a haul from the Colts. But it's nice to think about the fact that, hey, we could get an absolute haul by trading back twice, not just once. So let me know what you guys think about this. Could it happen? Actually, I should ask, will it happen? Because it could happen. Will it happen? Do you guys think that the Chicago Bears will trade back twice in the draft or just once? Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks.